one of the things that you touched on was Te Manawataki o Te Papa, the end of 2024, the council were able to change the trajectory of that financial decision. It was in their power to do that.
It was.
They did not do that.
No. They bought into the sunk cost argument. I saw it recently repeated in a comment made by someone.
Yeah.
That they were told it was an excuse between proceeding with the project or spending an enormous amount of money and having nothing. So this sort of black and white dichotomy situation, either this or this. And I think that framing was used at the time, but I think that framing was dishonest. I think you could have scaled back, and I think if you'd looked at the OPEX cost and thought about it over as a 40-year project, you could have come up with something that significantly reduced the cost to the ratepayers over the next 40 years. But the moment you commit to those buildings, in effect, you've lined up that 40 years of costs, and if you don't, then you have to write off costs significantly. You know, the sunk cost fallacy is often used to argue for something, or used by, you know, investors that can't face taking a loss on an investment and double down. And normally when you double down, it simply means you lose twice as much. It's not smart investing. So you come back to it. The councillors had an opportunity to change that trajectory. But to be fair to them, none of them have any skill or experience in conversations of that magnitude over that time frame. And quite frankly, I've come across more than one instance where the information provided by the financial team, who I have quite a bit of time for in Tauranga, because I worked with them when I chaired the Finance Audit and Risk Committee. I worked with these people. But I think mistaken application of techniques like net present value techniques, where...
What's that mean, John? Break it down.
Okay, net present value. So if you think about a stream of income, I say to you, if you give me $1,000 today, and I'll give you back $100 for the next 10 years, and then we're square, you would say, well, no, that's not right, because $100 next year is not worth as much as $100 this year. So that 10 times 100 you're giving me back doesn't mean we're square. Net present value determines what, in real current dollars, a stream of payments, future payments, is worth, either as an expense or as an income. I think Tauranga City Council finance team make errors in the way they apply net present value calculations to expenses. I think they underestimate quite often the OPEX costs associated with significant CAPEX.